because actually Gambit only has physical damage, like Impetus. I don't know if it's, I guess it's not physical damage, but if you decrep someone, like, he won't take damage from Impetus, he won't hit.
Yeah.
Like, this Pugna is actually countering 4 of their heroes right now. So this last pick, he needs to deliver, and... DK. Yeah, DK is a nice one against Broodmother, actually. And it's more physical, though, but it's a hero that can deal with Broodmother, and it's more stuns, and... Gambit's lineup does look scary, but Team Spirit's cheesiness looks pretty scary as well.
Well, see whether they can execute on that. Gambit, again, certainly even with the Slaughter, certainly a much more normal lineup. Even with Slaughter and the Wraith King, both heroes that we don't see a whole lot of. But then again, Broodmother, Pugna, they can just make it the game look super easy and make the heroes look super unbalanced. But it can go both ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to execution versus Team Spirit here, because as time goes on, Team Spirit, they can definitely win late game with just avoid this amazing late game. But like, these heroes, they are nice late game as well. But they're kind of where you want to win the game mid-game or early late game. Whereas this Wraith King and... I don't know, actually. Maybe it's not as, like, late game favorite for Gambit as I'm thinking. Because, like, Ench isn't the greatest late game here either. He's kind of wonky. You're all also very mid-game oriented or early game even.
Yeah, I mean, things with late game for Gambit is that they only have one real good AoE stun.
Yeah,
which isn't even all that instant with a crush, right? You can still, if you're quick enough, you can still BKB that off and whatnot. Whereas for Team Spirit, you have the Chronosphere, which is arguably one of the best AoE lockdown spells in the game. Later it goes, right? Because then you should have enough damage to kill whoever you find in there.
Yeah, you're right. I think that actually, the more I think about it, I feel like Team Spirit actually really outdrafted them. I think this is a really hard one for Gambit to win.
It's going to be coming down to Gambit stopping the bleeding in the lanes, not really giving up too much. Then finding a timing in the mid game where Team Spirit is not quite there just yet. It's certainly tall order, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, for like draft, it only matters so much. Like, you can win, you can, like, every in the planet can agree that, okay, a team outdrafted someone 99%. But then the other team just ends up, you know, playing better, having some luck maybe, executing whatnot, and, you know, winning anyways. Like, draft only matters so much, really.
Yep.
You shouldn't take too much, like, just play your lineup and do the best you can with it, and draft doesn't have to matter.
The battle begins.
Well, it starts with a free Battle Fury, so it's unbalanced already.
How is that even balanced?
No, right? Pay to win cosmetics. God damn it.
Yep. He probably owns Dota Plus though, that's
why. Yeah, exactly. They are going for this aggressive lane though. This is interesting here, Beaver, in that more supporty kind of role together with FNG, or lane supporty kind of role.
I think what they want to do here is they want to make sure that this Brood is not against the Dragon Knight. Like, they want to make the lanes as unexpected as possible, so that the Brood gets anywhere that's not against Dragon Knight. And you can see Gambit, they're like rotating way too late just to make this happen. Because if he would have TP top to make it like, okay, I won't miss lane and whatnot, then Brood is just gonna TP away and they're gonna lose. So they need to do this very slow rotation, and then when Brood TPs away, if he does, they can TPs after.
Yep. These machinations of lane swaps and whatnot. Yeah, I might have to take it on chain here because they lose out on a full wave of experience on not one but two lanes. Yeah,
it's a really rough feeling there. And now even like Ench, you want to own the lane, but now you're coming too late. You're like, your opponents are almost gonna be level 2 on all their 3 heroes, and you can't really do anything against them at the moment.
Starter also not the most helpful here in this situation. Kind of walk in for a crush. Punch just will as well be turned on like this. Yes, they're finishing out the very easy first blood on the Enchantress. First strike, chilling touch, cold feet for good measure. And FNG claiming that for himself. This is not a fun lane here as long as all these Spirit Heroes are hanging about.
Really, really tough for them.
We also have to keep an eye on the top lane. BZZ for now, holding his own with only 2 or 3 last hits. Compared to 10 and 3 in the Brute Mode, of course, also in part due to rotations. But especially up against the Brute Mother, like, you want to get on her good side, I want to say, early on, when she only has the webs. Right now, he has 2 points up on the webs, so plenty of those available, and can already start building up the spiraling army.
The nice thing to have this DK against Brute is that, yeah, I agree with that, because usually when he gets spiders up, the lane gets unbearable. But DK is actually here.
Both sides. Treasure Cat gonna get going on a missile burst strike, but they should still be able to wreck him down. Maybe not the way he is going. It's gonna take them a while at the same time. There was a dive going on in the middle lane. FNG making a rotation there to get the counter kill onto Witch Doctor. So a lot of action again. CS Dota. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, to get back to my point, that DK, the more points he gets in Dragon Blood, he actually deals quite well with him getting a lot of Broodlings, and that is exactly why teams actually like this matchup. Well, it's one of the like more okay heroes against Brood, because you're actually not really gonna die, even when he gets these huge Broodlings on you, because you can just breathe fire and then just sustain with Dragon's Blood.
Yeah. Any other hero would be dead already, but BZZ just stands around there with like 10 spiderlings sitting away at him. Well, at the very least he doesn't quite have that that Soul Ring just yet, whereas BK Phobos has it available. So there's no brief fire spam per se.
Yeah, and I think he
also
he's like
Courier died.
Oh, that's very rough for them. Like we can see that he wants to pressure, he wants to try to kill his DK before he can get his Soul Ring. That's when he gets a lot of regen and a lot of sustain for a breathe fire, and that's when it's gonna be very hard to kill him. So he's doing his best at trying to kill him now, but here is just too fat.
At the very least, I do like this positioning from DK Phobos, because right now the Courier already died, not sure where already, but if DK Phobos just continuously plays behind the tower and behind BZZ, he's never gonna be able to get the Courier out to him.
Yeah.
There's actually the limit of sorting, so on one side he has to walk back home himself. So there's a bit of an engagement in mid, trying to burst on the Witch Doctor. He does get the cask off, and now G double crush there from Victim, set up for that kill, and it does. Being at the 1-for-1 trade. Nice little double burst strike though, once again, 2 support from Team Spirit, looking to turn it into more, but a double crush from Victim. Gonna slow that down despite the cold feet. Another stun there from the Wraith King.
You got there.
Setting up for FNG. Really wants to kill. The Earth charge coming through. Denying himself the creeps will not be successful.
He gets it.
FNG though, he gets it himself.
Well played.
He thought, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
That was very clutch.
What a play. Also getting... I don't think I've seen an Ancient Apparition have an Urn of Shadows this early in a long time.
I thought about it. I was like, whoa, who has Urn already with charges?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's doing very well for himself. Actually went Urn instead of Boots, and I actually really like that decision.
Well, that is moment of truth in the top lane. BZZ, yeah, he's gonna walk all the way to his tier 2. Pick up a Soul Ring. So that is that. Pretty much a dead lane for both sides at this point.
Yeah, and as we mentioned in the draft, like always when this happens against Brood, Brood will just farm more than you, because he's gonna farm the lane and jungle camps.
Yep.
And he's probably gonna have the bounty control as well, so like he's gonna get a lot more gold income than Dragon Knight.
I'll take your tribute.
Alright, so with the supports rotating out of the bottom lane at the very least, it does mean that Treasure Cat can at least catch up a little bit. Still a level behind of Illidan, who's sticking around. Oh, okay, middle lane, G, he's actually in trouble there. Ben's gonna try and run him down with Burst Strike, but the supports are available. Try and help out G. No more Maledicts, so barely survives that one.
Close.
So is indeed. That is busy trying to snipe some of these small spiders. It's not worth damage at this point with 3 points on the fire.
No, I think you need 4 to get the small spiderlings. I like level 7 small spiderlings, that is. Or I'm rather... Actually, maybe it is, because spawn spiderlings is level 3 right now, so... Could be enough, I'm not quite sure.
The spiderlings at 250, so okay. You can slow down for a burst strike here. Instant TP though from Bignum. And we'll shoo them away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, more commitments here for Team Spirit. This top tower already took quite a bit of chip damage here. Burst strike once again with extra nuke from G. That'll hit much more than the spiderlings, but again, there's stick charges available. Bignum also hanging around. He doesn't quite have the same deck as these either, so just be very careful. Has the crush. DK Phobos will not want to commit many more nets here to chase him under the tier 2. He's just completely taking over this part of the map right now. Singpan, oh yeah. That was a Chronosphere committed. With the chilling touch, more than enough to burst through. DK Phobos now making his way mid, chasing the rest of Gambit's heroes away.
Yeah, we really see Team Spirit turning up the heat for this one. I mean, yeah, DK Phobos is sitting at 76 classes already, and sure, that's a lot of jungle creeps, but it's a lot of farm coming his way. He's sitting very pretty at the highest net worth right now.
Now there's enough levels as well that you can spread out this entire area with web, so you can just bounce between top and mid lane and control that entire area by himself almost.
Yeah, and for Radiant, that's a danger zone. Like, you don't really want to, especially not be a support walking alone there.
Looks like they don't want to waste much more time. And it's not just the Broodmother, you also have the partner. 3 points up in Metal Blast at this point that will also help clean through these towers. And what do you really do if you're Gambit here? Cast just going to be wasted on these spiderlings. Maybe you can clean up some of them, but maybe not.
You try to buy as much time you can to get your levels and items, but it's really tough. This brood game really, this brood pick really made it tough for them.
Good night, maybe Z gets first. Rocky up and slowed down. Okay. It's a lot of damage if you can channel that even level 1 from Life Drain. So G back up to full health and also a decent amount of mana. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, the Witch Doctor straight up dies as spiderlings, as you would expect.
Yeah, we did.
3 heroes up against the Broodmother, but DK Phobos doesn't care. He just gets killed anyway.
Didn't talk about that actually either, but Pugna is a really nice hero against DK because, I mean, DK's armor won't. Pugna doesn't care about that, he just sucks you.
Yeah.
And like, they needed this DK because they needed here to deal with Brood, but Team Spirit, they have the A, Sand and Pugna, like they have so much damage for a DK. It's not a good DK game whatsoever.
So a lot of damage for the Enchanters as it turns out. Once again, Chronosphere of cooldown, they have that same combo, this time with the Ice Class even. Making it much easier for FNG and Illidan, so... I mean, this is the only lane that's sort of going decently well for Gambit, still, you could say, as I say that the OG's been going on. Speed Trap TP, Darkseid is there, or Dark is there to interrupt it, so that's a good kill. 4 heroes committed into this lane, but now BV found himself in this soon. Could be a big burst strike on more than one hero, and DK Phobos is a nice little spider army to turn us around. Pikmin, there it is. 1 round, 2 rounds. Ice Blast on top. He should end up falling Dark. Turns the fight. He doesn't stick chances to make sure that he can come back, but doesn't pop it. He just dies first. 2-for-1 trade at the end of the day. As there's another burst strike here. Dragon Knight will be stopped once again with a cold feet. And it's going to take them a while to just straight up right-clicking down and need some more burst. Beaver setting up for another burst strike here in the backlines, and that should be enough, even with Bignum coming back. Not a whole lot he can do here. DK Phobos with another web, looking to try and run him down all the way back to his own high ground of the base. This is not boding well for Gambit.
The Skeleton versus Spiderling showdown, the Spiderlings won.
Oh. Bottom lane, Cheshire once again. This time G is joining up with Illidan to make that happen. But this time the heals are just enough. The hack with the stun. Yeah, Illidan does have another time walk available now. Barely gets out with the burst strike also coming through to finish up the kill on Cheshire Cat. Cast starting only one for now. Focusing on to G with the death board on the wrong side. He does that. The grab fight still though. He's absolutely fine. Another burst strike with another light click bash. They do end up losing G to the Maledict. The Fiber also gets tracked down by Bignum with the crush here. Illidan time walking across. Both of them should be fine in the end. To say that though, the stun coming through. Follow up on Bignum, not quite there. Does have the burst strike again from his teammate to prevent another crush. Fiber, yeah, he gave his life for the cause. Yeah, his life for his carry.
A true bro or support.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Much more successful skirmish than Gambit has seen throughout this entire game in this bottom lane. And on DK Phobos, he didn't have any webs down there, so no way he could get involved.
Actually, for the first time where the like goalie didn't go his Spirit's way, they were 10k before that. Now it's only 9k. So, you know, they're getting close to the comeback.
I won't go that far, but they certainly stopped the bleeding for now. You have to make sure not to... I mean, Team Spirit, that was all just burst strike essentially in terms of control. There was no Chronosphere committed, which is back off cooldown now. No Brute Mother in the middle of that.
Now they get a super nice ward. The smoke from my FMD this on the high ground.
Finds across the next ice spot on 1 and 2, BZZ. There's next on the list here. It's gonna take them a while to shoot through his armor still. That's the will expires. On the burst strike though, they do get rid of the spiderlings. One more breed fire, but it ultimately doesn't matter. Yeah, they don't have the manpower at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean it takes time to kill him, but in the end the end result is the same. Like he does not live. The Red King is going for a blade mail. I guess it's okay against Pugna, but it's like not especially good against Broodmother, or it's. I find it to be a bit peculiar.
What about the Radiance, or at least maybe a Maelstrom or something like that against the Brood?
Yeah, he seems to be going Radiance now. Which I do like to go one like small item before the Radiance. Usually it's Armlet, but I guess Blade Mail works too.
Yeah. That makes some sense. I mean, if you just straight up rush Radiance, there's a pretty good chance that you'll have lost the game before you can do something about it. But there's the Ice Blast once again. They focus on the Cheshire Cat first and then immediately with the epicenter as well. But the crush controlling up the partner here. G might end up dropping once again. Okay, he does get burnt down regardless here. As in the backline is BZ playing up against the Spider, but the Chronosphere on Dahak as well as the rest of his own team. Illidan looks like they've secured the skill. Bark coming right back. FNG should end up dropping, but still there's a Dragon Knight here. His mother with the help of his teammates. Funny baby first him down, and now it's just a slaughter at this point. Blade Mail not going to stop that by any means.
It almost looked to be like okay for Gambit there for a second, but yeah, it's just Broodmother coming in and then just takes care of it.
They got FNG with the Wraith King coming back. They also got G early on with like the entire control and burst being expended on him. But what do you do after that, right? You have a Brute Mother who can just heal up on right clicks. You have Faceless Void who can time walk. There's no way you burst any of these heroes down at this point.
Bye.
Burst strike here, Witch Doctor is so dead.
Yeah, but like, so they need to somehow find time until Darkstack has his Radiance. Then they need to take fights with that and win them, and I mean that's such a tall order in this current position. But that's how they win this game, I think. They make sure that Darkstack like has really good free form until this Radiance, so he gets it within maybe like 5 to 6 minutes, even that's possible. Like whatever, like he gets it fast, and then they take fights and win. But yeah, it's very, very hard. I don't see it happen, but
either way, it has to come at a great cost. And we keep seeing Cheshire Cat just pushing out very aggressively, trying to keep these lanes under control, maybe threaten a tower if they let him. But he's also going to be called out by I think Earthstrike. But the only thing he really does is, as I said, keep that pressure away from the Wraith King. He's going towards a relic, but it just seems so far away still.
Yeah, they don't have anything like a Slaughter Blink that can like maybe enable them to do some moves while the Architects forms. He's 2k away from the Blink, 60 minutes in. Like, it's not a lot of good things happening for Gambit right now. And yeah, it's all about the Brood. It's just this hero just, if it's picked in the right game, it just wrecks you.
Yeah. Feels like with this draft, the way it worked out in the end is that Illidan, pretty much an afterthought, like a safety net on his Faceless Void, where it's like, alright, if the Brood doesn't do his job, then we still have that very strong hero to fall back on, who's just farming up a Storm with that better Fury.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of the draft too, because they have this super crazy early game, like laning focused shit that's just so hard to deal with. But even if it fails, you know, yeah, they have this super good late game hero in Void to just win.
A lot of damage being done to both towers, and then alone is bringing that to half health in the top lane. And okay, this time the Burst Strike will connect you. Okay, almost burst on the Dragon. Heals are there, but Chronosphere on 3 to burst him down. Can they find any more here? Death on the outside. Mensko trying to do what he can with a crutch. Actually kick down the Faceless Void. Team Spirit, they drop, but not everybody. DK4 was just taking over. Big move down as well, and it falls out one more ultimate from Dahak. Enchantress, one last nuke here to finish up on that. Hero 2. They get the one kill on Herculean task already for Gambit, but it's not enough to win the fight or keep the base alive. Beautiful start of 2 heroes. The Ice Blast to secure another death onto BZZ, who just bought back.
Yeah, this should
certainly secure this Rax. Down very early, 18.5 minutes into the game. And did they even have to stop here? Very weak tier 3 top, but they can burst down with the Nether Blast.
I think they just continue. They know BC can't be up for 4 seconds. Breaking doesn't have ulti, so he needs to be like worried about initiation. There's no Blink Dagger on Slaughter. They can just slowly do this.
Yeah. Well, the epicenter being burst right for now here with the Trapper Fire. Oh god! That was from half health to 0! Yeah. Holy hell! The Ice Blast coming through, looking to finish off Van's score, but he goes off to the side with the smoke even used to try and obfuscate his position, but all of that is space created. Do some more damage here to the Rax G. Let's have one more Nether Blast in before it's out of mana. Blink Burst Strike though, onto Wraith King with the silence here. BKB used. DK4 just chops him down. Unlike spree for him, and GG. Yeah, there's no way out of this one.
That's tough.
Just one of these games.
One of the fastest disconnects I've seen.
I mean, I would be upset too if I lost that, to be quite honest.
I mean, I've been in their position and oh my god, it sucks.